So hello everyone, this is the 26th November 2020 CSIR NET Mathematics question paper. This is the part B questions paper only for linear algebra. So we'll start with questions. First questions. These are the options. So what is the first question given? Let A be the n cross n matrix such that all its non-zero eigenvalues has exactly R elements. So based on given information, non-zero eigenvalues are equal to R. Okay, then zero eigenvalues are n minus R. So now come to the point. So which of the following statement is true? So rank is less than or equal to R. Rank is equal to R is correct, but less than or equal to R is not possible, right? So this is wrong. So this is wrong. So what is the next one? If R is equal to 0, then rank of A is n less than n minus 1. So this is also wrong. If R is equal to 0 means all the eigenvalues are zeros, correct? Non-zero eigenvalues are 0. So how many eigenvalues are? 0 eigenvalues are. So based on option B, what is the based on option B? The given information. R is equal to 0 means no non-zero eigenvalue. So 0 eigenvalues are R is equal to n, correct? There is no non-zero eigenvalues mean remaining eigenvalues are 0. It is n. So what is our conclusion? Rank of A is definitely less than or equal to n minus 1. But here they given only rank of A is less than n minus 1. This is wrong. Okay, option B is wrong. So option D, come to option D, A squared has R distinct non-zero eigenvalues. We can't predict. Suppose for option D, suppose A has the eigenvalues plus or minus 1 or plus or minus 3, something like that. So whatever the A squared eigenvalue, it is 1 and 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, like that it will repeat. So it is not distinct. So this option is also false. So what is the remaining option? Rank of A is greater than or equal to R. How come this is true? So answer is rank of A is greater than or equal to R is true. But what is your justification? So now the non-zero eigenvalues are R. So rank is definitely equal to R. Then 0 eigenvalues are n minus R. It means remaining n minus R eigenvalues are 0. This is nothing but we can't say that rank is exactly R. Okay. Because n minus R eigenvalues, if the matrix is diagonalizable, we can say that the rank of A is exactly R with 0 multiplicity. Okay. But here they are not mentioned anything about diagonalization. So definitely the rank of A is lies between rank A lies between R and n minus 1. So definitely rank of A is greater than or equal to R. This option is true. So let A be the n cross n matrix. Set of all its non-zero eigenvalues has exactly R elements. So rank of A is greater than or equal to R. This is only we can predict. Okay. So second question. Let A be the 2 cross 2 matrix. Which of the following is true? Determinant of A plus B plus determinant of A minus B equal to determinant of A plus determinant of B. Determinant of A plus B plus determinant of A minus B equal to 2 times determinant of A minus determinant of B. Then determinant of A plus determinant of A plus B plus determinant of A minus B is equal to 2 times determinant of A plus 2 times determinant of B. determinant of A plus B minus determinant of A minus B is equal to 2 times determinant of A determinant of B. So what I am doing, they are given A and B matrix, they are asking about determinant. So A and B matrix, okay. They are not mentioned it is a singular or non-singular, whatever it is. So I took the matrix like this, okay. B is equal to so now determinant of A is equal to 0, determinant of B is equal to 1. So what about the determinant of A plus B matrix? A plus B matrix is again 0, right? So determinant of A minus matrix is, so determinant of A minus matrix is 2, 2, 0, determinant of A minus B. So here A minus B is equal to, A minus B matrix is 1 minus 1 plus 1, 2, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus of minus 1 plus. So it is 2. Now based on given information, what we can conclude? So what is determinant of A plus B plus minus determinant of A minus B equal to, okay. Otherwise determinant of A, option A, determinant of A plus B plus determinant of A minus B is equal to determinant of A plus determinant of B. You can check it. Determinant of A plus B is 0 plus determinant of A minus B is equal to 2, which implies A plus B. Determinant of A is plus 1. So 2 is not equal to 1. So option A is wrong. So we can same as we can check it. Determinant of determinant of A plus B minus determinant of A minus B is equal to, we can check it addition and subtraction. So determinant of A plus B minus determinant of A minus B equal to 2 times determinant of A minus 2 times determinant of B. So what will happen? Determinant of A plus B is equal to 0, then minus 2. Determinant of A minus B is equal to 2 times determinant of A is 0 minus 2 times determinant of B is equal to 1. So minus 2 is equal to minus 2. This option is correct. So it is not possible to conclude the contradiction examples gives only the wrong options. Right means you have to go with only properties. Okay, so what I have to do, I can assume that A is equal to 1 0 0 1 and B is equal to minus 1 0 0 minus 1. Then A plus B is equal to 0 matrix. Then A minus B is equal to correct. So now you can check it. Determinant of A plus B minus determinant of A minus B equal to 2 times determinant of A minus determinant of B. So now you can check it. If you are substituting the determinant of A is A plus B is 0 minus determinant of A minus B is 4, which is equal to 2 times the determinant of A is 1 minus 2 times determinant of B is equal to 1, which is equal to 0, minus 4 not equal to 0. So option D is wrong. Is it clear? Same here I took 1 0 0 0 0 matrix. Option D comes to true. So don't conclude that based on example option D is correct. So it is again wrong. So what will happen? Again you go for determinant of A plus B plus determinant of A minus B is equal to It is a 0, 0 plus 4, which is equal to 2 times determinant of A, 1 minus 2. So this is also wrong. So now, based on given information, we can conclude that all the three options are wrong. Okay, we can take any counter example, we can prove that only for wrong. Correct means you have to go with only properties. So remaining options only C. So C is the correct answer. Is it clear? C is your correct answer. Again I am repeating. So whatever you want to do, if you are taking some examples, counter examples, that helps to prove that theorem is wrong. Okay. If you want to prove that the theorem is true means you have to take only the properties or definitions. Based on that you have to prove the theorem. Okay. So what I did, I took A and B two examples. So I proved that A is the wrong options. But it satisfies D is true. So we cannot conclude that option D is also true. Again I took another one more example that will prove that option D and option B are wrong. So obviously this is part B questions, only one answer is correct. So option C is correct. Okay. So third one. So based on given information, okay. So this is a to the power 20. You need to find the value of a to the power 20. This problem you can approach many ways. You can find a squared, a cube, a power 4. Based on that we can conclude. Okay, otherwise this eigenvalues of a are, the eigenvalues of a are it is 1 and 1 and minus 1, correct? 1 and 1, correct? Eigenvalues of A are 1 and 1, okay? Based on this also you can conclude that. But what I am going to do, is I am going to take the, which equations you can take that, A to the power 20 means you can go with Cayley-Hamilton theorem, okay? So Cayley-Hamilton theorem, every square matrix satisfies its characteristics equations. So it is 2A plus I is equal to 0, correct? So based on this information, A squared is equal to 2A minus I. Suppose again you want to find A power 4 means 4A squared, okay? Then plus I, then minus 4A. Again in place of A squared, you substitute the value 2A minus I plus I minus 4A again, which is equal to, okay, 4A minus 3I. So A squared means 2A minus I. A to the power 4 means 4A minus 3I. So what is our conclusion? A power n is equal to NA minus n minus 1 into I. So obviously A to the power 20 is equal to 20A minus 19I. Okay. So based on this one, which is the true, it is 20 into 3 minus 2, 2 minus 1 minus 19 into 1001. So what is your answer? So 60 minus 19, correct? 60 minus 19 minus 40, then 40, then here minus 20 minus 19. It is 41 minus 40. So 40 minus 39. So option B is correct. Remaining all the options are wrong. Is it clear? So option B is correct. Remaining all the options are wrong. Is it clear? Yes. So next one, fourth problem. So what is the given information? A be the 2 cross 2 real matrix with the determinant of A is equal to 1 and trace of A is equal to 3. What is the value of A squared? So what is the given information? Determinant of A is equal to 1. This is 2 by 2 matrix. So eigenvalues are lambda 1 comma lambda 2. Determinant is product of eigenvalues equal to 1. Then sum of the eigenvalues equal to 3. So what is our question? Trace of A squared means lambda 1 squared plus lambda 2 squared equal to, how we can write it? This is the trace of A squared matrix, right? So trace of A squared. So this equation based on given information is lambda 1 lambda 2 is equal to 1, lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is equal to 3. Trace of A squared, they are asking lambda 1 squared plus lambda 2 squared. So what is our formula based on given information? Lambda 1 plus lambda 2 the whole squared minus, it is 2 times lambda 1 lambda 2. So what is lambda squared? It is 9 minus 2 into 1 to 7. So answer is option D is correct. Remaining all the options are wrong. Yes. So based on given information you can arrive the solution. So next problem. So this is fifth problem. A, B, C, D. What is our question they given? They given some quadratic forms. What values of A, B, A and B does P from R2 to R2 tends to R define an inner product. So inner product means definitely U comma U, it is they given X comma X, right? So X comma X must greater than 0, right? Greater than 0. Equal to 0 means it is X comma X inner product equal to 0 means if and only if X is equal to 0, right? X is equal to 0. Now we can check it. X comma X inner product greater than or equal greater than 0 or not. So substitute in place of Y you can substitute X comma X. So P of X comma X. Okay. This is the quadratic form, right? P of X comma X is greater than equal to 0. You need to check. So P of X comma X means what is our value? It is P of X comma X is equal to A squared. In place of Y you have to substitute x1 comma x2, right? So A squared x1 squared plus AB x1 x2 plus AB x1 x2 plus that is B squared x2 squared. Okay. So this is the quadratic form. This one we can write it in a matrix format, right? So it is A squared B squared. So we can check it. This matrix must be a positive definite, right? This matrix must be positive definite means principal diagonals must be greater than 0, right? So determinant of A squared greater than 0. So what is our determinant of A2? It is A squared B squared minus, which is equal to 0. So this is not greater than 0. So whatever value AB if you are taking, definitely D2 is 0. So it does not satisfy inner product. So for no values of A comma B is the correct answer. Is it clear? So option A wrong, B wrong, C wrong. Only option D is correct. So next question, same repeated. Which of the following is or the quadratic forms? Positive definite. Same positive definite means we need to check it. This is the 2 by 2 matrix. We need to check the matrix is positive definite means that matrix is greater than 0, right? So the matrix is greater than 0 means all the eigenvalues must be greater than 0. So option A That is, you can write it xy means 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, right? So what is d1 is equal to 0? Obviously this is not positive definite. So option A is wrong. So what is B option? B option is 1 minus 1 by 2, then minus 1 by 2, 1. So implies d1 is equal to 1 greater than 0. Determinant of d2, principal diagonals determinant is 1 plus 1 by 4, right? Sorry, 1 minus into minus plus, so minus 1 by 4, it is 1 plus 1 by 4. This is formula minus. So again it is a 3 by 4 which is greater than 0. So option B is correct answer. This is part B. Don't waste your time. So single answer is correct, right? So you can go with these options, okay? If you want to check, you can check it other options also. So what about C option? C is 1, 1, 1, 1. So D1 is equal to 1 greater than 0. D2 is equal to 0. So option C is wrong. Option D matrix, you can write it as 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0. Again it is a D1 is greater than 0. D2 is less than 0. It is positive semi-definite. So this is not possible, okay? Sorry, negative definite. D1 is greater than 0. D2 is less than 0 means it is negative definite. So it is not possible. Clear? So part B, total 6 problems, linear algebra. So in my next video, you can see the part C questions, linear algebra. Okay. Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the problems on 26th November 2020 part C linear algebra paper. Okay. So now linear algebra problems. So first problem, let P be a square matrix such that P squared equal to P. Which of the following statements are true? What is the given matrix? So given it is P squared equal to P. It means it is a idempotent matrix, right? So in this idempotent matrix, they are asking for trace. So we need to know the eigenvalues of this idempotent matrix is eigenvalues of idempotent matrices. Eigenvalues of idempotent matrix is, it is lambda squared is equal to lambda. So lambda squared minus lambda is equal to 0. So lambda into lambda minus 1 is equal to 0, which implies lambda is equal to 0 or lambda is equal to 1. So what is the eigenvalues of idempotent matrix? It is lambda is equal to 0 and lambda is equal to 1. Correct. Now, we know the relation between the trace and the eigenvalues. So trace is equal to sum of eigenvalues, right? So now, so what is the possible sum? It is sum of eigenvalues. It is only the 0 and 1. But this algebraic multiplicity varies because it is a square matrix. This one algebraic multiplicity of 1 is also varies based on given matrix, right? So now, what is the sum? Sum again it is an integers only. So they given it is a irrational number. So it is not possible. Then they given the imaginary complex number. This is also not possible. So rank of P is an integer obviously plus 0 and 1, right? So it is an integer. So option C is correct. Trace of P is equal to rank of P. So idempotent matrix is diagonalizable. So obviously number of non-zeros is, it is equal to rank of P. So rank of P is equal to trace of P, right? The eigenvalue is only 0 and 1, right? So it is option B is also correct. So come to second problem. What is the second problem they given? They given the matrix A, B be the n cross n matrix. Okay. So they are asking related about eigenvalues. Now we need to find the eigenvalues of this matrix. Okay. So that is the question, right? They given the matrix C. They are asking the questions related eigenvalues. So now if the sum of the rows are equal, then we can say that that is also one of the eigenvalues of this matrix. So what is the eigen? That is A plus B, A plus B. So one of the eigenvalues is A plus B. So what is the another eigenvalue? You can go with another, it is trace. So sum of the eigenvalues is trace. So lambda 1, lambda 2 equal to 2A. It is, so another eigenvalue lambda 2 is equal to 2A minus A minus B, which implies A minus B. Now, so you know the eigenvalues of C is equal to lambda 1 is equal to A plus B and lambda 2 is equal to A minus B. Then come to the options. So if lambda is equal to eigenvalue of A plus B, then lambda is also eigenvalues of C, because eigenvalues of C are A plus B and A minus B. So which are the options are correct? So option A is correct. That is, lambda is an eigenvalues of A minus B, then lambda is also eigenvalues of C. This is also correct because eigenvalues of C are A plus B and A minus B. So lambda is an eigenvalues of A or B is then lambda is an eigenvalues of C. This is option is false. Why? Because only the two eigenvalues, right? Two eigenvalues is only A plus B and A minus B. But here the eigenvalues A or B they given, it is wrong. Then all the eigenvalues of C are real. This is also not possible. That is the eigenvalues, it may come on complex numbers also, right? So option D is also false. So third question. So what is our conclusion in this one? So A and B are correct. So third question, they given the matrix, right? It is a non-homogeneous equations. They given the information, suppose Ax equal to B has no solution. Which of the following statements are true? They are asking related solution. So we know that Ax is equal to B has no solution means it is rank of A is no solution. Rank of A is not equal to rank of AB. What is another thing? Determinant of A is equal to 0. What is your unique solution? Unique solution means rank of A equal to rank of AB equal to n. It means determinant of A is not equal to 0. Now come to the options. Which are the following is are correct. So they given there exists an n cross 1 matrix C such that Ax is equal to C has a unique solution. So unique solution means determinant of A is not equal to 0, but our given is determinant of A is equal to 0. So this is a contradiction. So this option is wrong. C option is also wrong. Then they given infinitely many C vector Ax is equal to C has no solution. No solution means the same, right? So next one, determinant of A is equal to 0. Correct? So given information, determinant of A is equal to 0, no solution. There exist infinitely many vectors, no solution. But this is also correct. This is also correct. So answer B and D are the correct. So what is the next question? It is a fourth problem, right? So fourth problem related to what? So fourth problem related to rank. Okay. Now let A be the n cross n matrix such that first 3 rows of A are linearly independent and the first 5 columns of A are linearly independent. Which of the following statements are true? You know the condition, right? What is the condition it is? You know that it is the rank of A is equal to number of linearly independent rows, right? So rank of A is equal to they given 3. Okay. But in column they given 5. So you know that rank of A transpose is equal to 5. Correct? Rank of A transpose. So what is our condition? Rank of A is equal to rank of A transpose. It means number of rank of linearly independent rows. Number of linearly independent rows is equal to number of linearly independent columns, right? So number of linearly independent rows equal to number of linearly independent columns. So based on this, what is our condition? Rank of A is equal to rank of A transpose. So obviously 5 is the rank, right? So A has at least 5 linearly independent rows. So option A is correct, right? So now option A is correct. So what is they mentioned? Rank of 3 less than or equal to rank A less than or equal to rank 5. So it is not possible. They mention it is not exactly 3 rows of A are linearly independent and the first 5 columns are A are linearly independent. It is also more than also there. So it is not possible to say that 3 is less than or equal to rank A less than or equal to 5. So our rank is at least 5. So at least 5 means option C is correct. So what is the properties again? Rank of this is wrong. Rank of A squared. So rank of AB is less than or equal to rank A. It means rank of A squared is less than rank A, less than or equal to, but this is contradiction part. So option D is wrong. So correct answers are A and C. So next one, fifth problem. Fifth problem, options A, B and C and D. So now they given the inner product, right? We need to find what is the eigenvalue, what is the determinant, what is the trace and what is the distance preserving. So now you can check it. It is T of x dot T of x. Okay. So now what will happen? T of x dot T of x. It is x minus 2 x dot v divided by v dot v into v dot product x minus 2 of x dot v divided by v dot v into v. So now multiplying. So what will happen? X dot x, right? Then x dot x minus 2 into x dot v divided by v dot v into x dot v inside v. Right? X dot v. Then again if you multiply it as minus 2 into x dot v divided by v dot v into v dot x plus 4 into x dot v, right? X dot v into x dot v divided by v dot v into v dot v into v dot v. So 1 will get cancelled, right? So x dot v is equal to v dot x inner product. So this is minus 4, this plus 4, this will become cancelled. So our option is only x dot x. Okay. So T of x dot T of x, it is the, so which is equal to means what it is? It is the distance preserving. Yes, correct. This is isometry and distance preserving. Okay, this is isometry and distance preserving. Correct. So it is the distance preserving matrix. So option D is correct. So this one you can write it as, so distance preserving isometry means it is the orthogonal transformations, right? So it is T transpose is equal to I. That means what is the eigenvalues of this matrix? Orthogonal matrix. So eigenvalues are, right? Eigenvalues are plus or minus 1. Correct. So eigenvalues are plus or minus 1. So first one, the eigenvalues are plus or minus 1 is the correct option. Then what is the determinant of T? This is a 3 by 3 matrix. Obviously determinant of T is equal to, if trace of T is equal to plus 1 means it is trace of T is equal to how many eigenvalues plus how many eigenvalues negative. It is 2 eigenvalues positive and 1 eigenvalues is negative. So it is a trace of T is equal to 1. Then determinant of T is obviously product of eigenvalues. It is the minus 1. Correct. So option A, B, C, D or all options are right. So next one, Sixth problem regarding inner product. Regarding quadratic form. Okay. Sixth problem regarding quadratic form. What they are asking, a quadratic form q of x comma y comma z over r represents 0 non-trivially. If there exists a ABC, it is not equal to 0. Then quadratic form, if you are substituting the ABC, that should become 0. Which of the quadratic forms q of x comma y comma z over r represent 0 non-trivially? Okay. So for this problem, we need to check quadratic form q of x comma y comma z greater than or equal to 0. It is what? It is positive semi-definite. Then what is the another condition? Q of x comma y comma z less than or equal to 0. Negative semi-definite. Yes. What is the another condition? Q of x comma y comma z of it is greater than 0 and q of x comma y comma z it is less than 0, which this condition is indefinite. So now come to the point. Why we need to check indefinite means one is positive, one is negative. So definitely 0 lies in between this, right? So now come to the first question. First question, q of x comma y comma z is equal to xy plus z square, right? We need to check positive semi-definite, negative semi-definite, or you can check in these three conditions. If any one condition is satisfied, we can say that q of a comma b comma c is equal to 0, right? So now we can check it. First matrix xy. What is the first matrix? Xy plus z square. So first matrix q of x comma y comma z is equal to xy plus z square. So you can write it as 0, 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, right? So now you can go with D1. Yes, D1 means what? It is the D1. Principal submatrix, right? If it is greater than 0, we can say that it is positive definite. Alternative, it is greater than 0, less than 0, you can say that it is negative definite. And indefinite means there is no order in between. Sum of greater than 0, sum is less than 0. So what is the D1? D1 is equal to 0. What is the D2? D2 is 2 by 2 matrix determinant. It is minus 1 by 4. Minus 1 by 4, which is less than 0. And D3 is equal to minus 1 by 4 again, which is less than 0. So there is no order for less than 0 or greater than 0. Everything it is a less than 0. There is here also less than 0, right? So this is indefinite, right? So this is the indefinite. So again, this is the indefinite. So option A is correct, right? Yes, so option A is correct. We need to check. We need to check the condition. It is a positive semi-definite, negative semi-definite, or indefinite. Okay. So this first one is indefinite. So option A is correct. So now come to the second format. What is the matrix of this format? It is a x squared plus 3y squared minus 2z squared, right? So x squared second option, q of x comma y comma z is equal to x squared plus 3y squared minus 2z squared. That's our question, right? X squared plus 3y squared minus 2z squared. So what is the matrix? It is 1, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 2. This is also what is the eigenvalues? It is the 1, 3, and minus 2, right? Eigenvalues are 1, 3 and minus 2. Some of the eigenvalues are positive, then remaining eigenvalues are negative. So it is the indefinite, right? Indefinite quadratic form. Indefinite form. So what is the option B is also correct. We need to check positive semi-definite or negative semi-definite or indefinite. So it comes under indefinite. So option B is also correct. So what is the third option? Third option is, right? Third one is, what is the third one matrix? It is C. Yes. Third one matrix C. It is Q of x comma y comma z is equal to x squared minus xy plus y squared plus z squared. So if you are writing in the matrix format, 1 minus 1 by 2 0 minus 1 by 2 1 0 0 0 1. Now what is your d1? d1 is equal to 1, determinant of first one. Then d2 is equal to determinant of this 2 by 2. It is a 1 minus 1 by 4. It is 3 by 4. Then d3 is equal to determinant of this matrix. This is also greater than 0. This is also greater than 0. What is your d3? d3 is again 3 by 4, which is also greater than 0. This is positive definite. Positive definite. So option C is false, because we need to check only semi-definite, negative semi-definite or indefinite. So option C is wrong, right? So come to the fourth one, x squared plus xy plus z squared. X squared. So fourth option, q of x comma y comma z is equal to x squared plus xy plus z squared. So what is the matrix format? It is 1, 1 by 2 0, 1 by 2 0 0 0 0 1. So what is our D1? D1 is the principal submatrix, right? Determinant of. So D1 is equal to 1, which is greater than 0. Then D2 is equal to minus 1 by 4, which is less than 0. Then D3 is equal to minus 1 by 4, again less than 0. So it is a indefinite format, right? Indefinite. So option D is also correct. Yes. So indefinite. Option D is also correct. Yes. So answer A, B and D are the correct answers. So next problem. So seventh problem. A option, B option, C option and D option. Okay. So now what they are given? They given quadratic form. So what is real quadratic form? Which of the following statements are true? So given condition is q of x comma y comma z, the quadratic form. What is your quadratic form? Main definition, it is a1 x squared plus a2 y squared plus a3 z squared plus a4 xy plus a5 yz plus a6 xz, right? This is the general form. So we need to check all the conditions. Okay. So first one, quadratic form, q of x1 plus x2 comma y comma z, right? So first option is q of x1 plus x2 comma y comma z. So what is our general format? It is the no need to write that a1, a2, a3. We can assume that all it is 1. Okay. So now it is x1 plus x2 the whole square plus y squared plus z squared, correct, plus 2 into x1 plus x2 into y plus 2 into, what is the remaining? It is xy, yz plus 2 into z into x1 plus x2, right? So now come to here, x1 squared plus x2 squared plus 2 x1 x2 plus y squared plus z squared plus remaining it is 2x1y plus 2x2y plus 2yz plus 2zx1 plus 2zx2. So this is for LHS side. So what is our RHS side? x1 comma y comma z plus x2 comma y comma z. So it is x1 comma y comma z is q of x1 comma y comma z is x1 squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 2x1y plus 2yz plus 2x1z. What is another one is q of x2 comma y comma z, which is equal to x2 squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 2x2y plus 2yz plus 2x2z. Now you need to add these two. If you are adding these two, only x1 squared plus x2 squared, but here they given extra, it is 2x1 x2. So LHS not equal to RHS. So obviously it is q of x1 plus x2 comma y comma z is not equal to q of x1 comma y comma z plus q of x2 comma y comma z, right? So option 1 is wrong, right? So option A is wrong. So come to the second option. They given x1 plus x2, y1 plus y2, comma 0 plus q of x1 minus x2, comma y1 minus y2, comma 0, which is equal to 2 into q of x1, comma y1, comma 0 plus 2 into q of x2, comma y2, comma 0 for all x1, comma x2, comma y1, comma y2. Okay. So come to the second one. Option B, they given x1, right? x1 plus x2, comma y1 plus y2, comma 0 plus q of x1 minus x2, comma y1 minus y2, comma 0. So what is the format it is? x1 plus x2 the whole square plus y1 plus y2 the whole square plus 0 squared, then again 2 into x1 plus x2, 2xy, right? y1 plus y2, then 2xy, that's all. Then here x1 minus x2 it is x1 plus x1 minus x2 the whole square plus y1 minus y2 the whole square plus 2 into x1 minus x2 into y1 minus y2. Okay, then you have to add this one. What will happen here? x1 squared plus x2 squared plus 2x1 x2 plus y1 squared plus y2 squared plus this one you can write it as it is, no problem, 2x1, right? 2x1 y1, 2 into x1 y1 plus x2 y2, right? x1 y1 plus x2 y2, then x2 y1 plus x2 y2, right? Then plus here also, here x1 squared plus x2 squared minus, right, minus 2 x1 x2 plus y1 squared plus y2 squared, sorry here I missed plus 2 y1 y2, right? So now okay, so here also minus 2 y1 y2 plus 2 into x1 y1 minus x1 y2, right? Then x1 y1 minus x1 y2 minus x2 y1 then plus x2 y2. Okay, so here if you are adding, this term will get cancelled, plus 2y1 y2 and minus 2y1 y2 will get cancelled, right? Here also x1 y1 only x2 y2, so plus x1 y2, sorry, here x1 y2, right? x1 y1 x1 y2. Okay, so this will get cancelled, x2 y2, right? Here also x1 y2, then minus x1 y2, these two terms will get cancelled. So what is your final answer? Which is equal to, it is 2 times, right? 2 times q of x1 comma y1 comma 0 plus 2 into q of x2 comma y comma 0. Otherwise you can write it separately, this one, and you can equate. Both you will get LHS equal to RHS, right? So option B is correct. Yes, option B is correct. This is correct. So what is that one? Last option. Last option is obviously wrong because of B option. So B option, if you are adding, you will get 2 times q1 y1 comma 0, 2 times q2 into y2 comma 0. Correct. y1 comma y2 comma 0. Yes. So now here they given x1 x2 at least one choices. At least one choices. This is true. You can put any values that will satisfy. Suppose x2 is equal to 0, y2 is equal to 0, z2 equal to 0. Then you will get the same answer. Then what is the fourth one? Fourth one is contradiction of B part, right? Because they mentioned x1 plus x2 the whole squared. If you are adding, again you will get multiplying 2 means 4 times it will come, right? So this is wrong. They mention for all, right? So this is wrong option. D option is wrong. So answer is B and C are the correct answers. Okay. So B and C are the correct answers. B and C are the correct options. Okay. Okay. So in our next video, we can see the November 30th question paper. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.